Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Continuing with the BJCP style guidelines, we are on Category 20 American Porter and Stout, and specifically Style 20A American Porter. Overall impression, a substantial malty dark beer with a complex and flavorful dark malt character. Kind of a innocuous term, vague, whatever you want to call it, umbrella term, doesn't really say much. And of course, for that style, I've got Founders Porter. I actually haven't had this beer in a while, but I remember this always being like one of my top five all-time favorite porters. Just solid thing, and it's very fresh too. It was bottled like less than 2 months ago. So, all right, let's jump into the comments history, all that stuff. So, and again, they continue the comments here. Although a rather broad style opener brewer interpretation, it seems like there should be something after that. Dark malt intensity and flavor can vary significantly, may or may not have strong hop character, may or may not have significant fermentation byproducts, thus may seem to have an American or British character. Well, they should differentiate them then. You know, they have, it'll split Keller beer up into two different ones. Why not this one? You can read the history if you want. Characters and ingredients may contain several malts, prominently dark malts, which often include black malt. Chocolate malt is often used. American hops typically used for bittering, but US or UK finishing hops can be used. A classing citrus quality is generally undesirable. True. Ale yeast can either be clean US versions or characterful English versions. Style comparison: more bitter and often stronger, with a more dark malt qualities and dryness than English porters or pre-prohibition porters. Less strong and assertive than American stouts. So, I mean, there's a lot of controversy about what exactly separates a stout from a porter. To me, porters are a little like more richer, more sweet and fruity, whereas stouts are just more like that real raw, like roastiness, the coffee and everything. But porter will have some of that stuff too. So, got my lovely Spiegel, stout and porter glass here. Let's just jump right into the aroma. Well, it's very it's actually quite hoppy. Yeah, so I'm smelling like kind of herbal, not herbal, like, well, earthy, piney kind of hops, dank kind of hops. Um and then like the base malt there is like a kind of like a black coffee, like, or like not like an unflavored coffee, I guess, with like just kind of like half and half or some kind of milk or generic cream to it. So it does have that dark maltiness. I would not say I'm not getting roastiness. I'm not really getting. I'm getting like, well, there's a fruitiness there, but I think it's more from the hops than from the malt or the yeast. Yeah, I mean it smells like a dark beer, but it's definitely not in that stout character. Like nothing roasty, not even really toasty. It's more. I'd say it's like it's not sweet smelling, but it's certainly more sweet than roasty. So let's check the specs on that. Aroma: medium light to medium strong dark malt aroma. That's kind of such a vague term. Often with a lightly burnt character. Definitely nothing burnt here. Absolutely may also show some additional malt character and support. Grainy bready, toffee like caramel, chocolate, coffee, rich and or sweet. See, again, it's a very umbrella style, so pick what you want. Hop aroma low to high, often with a resiny, earthier flow character. Okay, they said it can be high. This absolutely is high hop character. Maybe dry hop. It probably is since it's founders. Fruity esters are moderate to none. Yeah, I'd say fruity esters probably none on here. How to score this? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 10. I like it. I prefer like more of like the actual authentic maltiness, and it's kind of weird that the hops are so strong here. But I mean, it smells nice, so and it's within the guidelines. As far as the appearance, well, obviously black beer. Maybe you could call that super dark brown because like I can see brown highlights there, and as you can see, the head came up right to the rim when I poured it. So gorgeous beer. 44 SRM. I'm gonna assume that's clear, but I mean we'll get to it when we get to it. Good looking beer. That's a very long appearance description here. Medium brown to very dark brown, often with ruby or garnet like highlights. True. Can approach black in color. True. Clarity may be difficult to discern in such a dark beer, but when not opaque, will be clear, particularly when held up to the light. Full tan-colored head with moderately good head retention. Moderately good. I can tell this one already is going to be really good. That's Founders. I'm pretty sure they filter like all their beer. So yeah, you're going to get the full 3 out of 3 on appearance there, Founders. All right, so flavor. Cheers. Ooh, wow. I mean, I didn't really smell chocolate, but I definitely tasted it. So like even though the dark malt doesn't come through huge on the nose, it definitely comes through on the taste. Yeah, so just a dark malt. I don't want to say dark malt bomb. That's like Marshall Zukov. Um, so it's just, I mean, it's a lot of dark malt, and so you get chocolate in there. Like I said with the nose, like unflavored coffee with unflavored creamer. So so it's roasty, bitter, but also at the same time you get this kind of sweetness. I know they don't put, well, I don't know, but I'm 99.9% sure they don't put lactose in this, so there's no sweetness coming from there. Seems to be pretty well attenuated. Yeah, so I'm getting kind of a chocolatey thing up front, coffee creamer, um, roasted malt, but it's not like stout roasty. It's, the stout's up here and the roastiness porter's like down here. I mean, it's still there, but it's not in your face. It's much more subtle. And of course the hops are there too. I'm getting like a lot of piney hops on this. Piney, floral, resiny, something like that. I mean, not like to the extent of an IPA. You're not getting really not getting any yeast character at all. Nothing. I would not call this a fruity porter. I've had a lot of porters, especially British ones that are quite fruity from the yeast. This is very clean fermentation. Specs on flavor. Moderately strong malt flavor usually features a lightly burnt malt character and sometimes chocolate and or coffee flavors. Well, yes, chocolate and coffee this time. Lightly burnt. I would not call it burnt. Roasty, maybe. With a bit of grainy, dark malt dryness in the finish. True. Yeah, like as it finishes and you get that coffee kind of burnt kind of thing. Like something that you would get in a stout, but just not to that intensity. Overall flavor may finish from dry to medium sweet. I would say it's probably medium sweet. It's not like this roasty astringent aftertaste or anything. May have a sharp character from dark roasted grains, but should not be overly acrid, burnt, or harsh. Absolutely true. Medium to high hop bitterness. True, which can be accentuated by dark malt. I think, well, there's plenty of bitterness here from the hops, and dark malt certainly adding some too. Hop flavor can vary from low to high with resiny, earthy, or floral character and balances the dark malt flavors. Absolutely true. I would say it's on the higher end of the hop spectrum. The dark malt and hop should not clash. True. Dry hop versions may have a resiny flavor. True. Fruity esters, moderate to none. Like I said with the nose, no fruity esters on here. So yeah, this is a porter. This is exactly what a porter should taste like. And I wouldn't say it's like magically delicious, but it's like really, really, really good, well balanced, robust, everything. I'm gonna say 18 or 19. I'll say I'll say 18. Maybe we'll come back. We'll see how we score here. Mouthfeel. It's pretty much a full body, maybe medium full. Very smooth, kind of silky texture. Carbonation's about moderate. I don't think I'd say medium low. It's definitely moderate. It's certainly not high. A really smooth texture. No heat from the alcohol. Can't taste it. Can't smell it. But it does not feel like a session beer. Like, instead of 6.5 ABV, I'm definitely believing it. Although this one serving will be plenty enough to hold me over. So really nice drinkability on this one. Check the specs on mouthfeel. Medium to medium full body, true. Moderately low to moderately high carbonation. You're quite a spectrum there. I'll just say moderate. Stronger versions may have a slight alcohol warmth. I don't get alcohol. May have a slight astringency from dark malts, although the character should not be strong. Yeah, I will say that it leaves. I guess I would say it's like medium dry because it's like drying me out, and it's like I really want to drink water every time I have a sip of this beer. So mouthfeel, I'm gonna say the full 5 there. It's just pleasant, comfortable, everything. Overall impression. If I say 9, it's gonna bring up to a 4, which automatically makes it a 10. I think this is a 10 as far as an American porter goes. This exemplifies the style. So that's a 46 out of 50. I feel like I could even bring up the aroma and flavor a little bit. But I think I'm gonna leave everything where it is. So 46 out of 50, 10 out of 10. It's a classic style. It's not like a world class best of the best, but it's definitely a Hall of Fame porter. So there you go. All right, so 46 out of 50, 10 out of 10 for Founders Porter. They got this label's too dark. You can barely see it anymore. They lower the contrast on it or something. I don't know. All right, I'm going very long. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.